Hello and welcome to Full of Food. I'm sure a high percentage of the UK population has had a kebab on the way home from the pub at least once in their lives. This home-cooked version is a great way to have a fabulous treat in the comfort of your own home. Serve as soon as it's cooked, or better still, allow it to cool, slice thinly and then warm in the air fryer. Okay, so I'm using lamb mince and I've got frozen lamb mince here. I've got some kebab breads just bought from the supermarket. I've got salt and pepper, and then the important spices. So we've got some garlic, some Italian seasoning, and then we've got some ground coriander there and some ground cumin as well. So this is going to make my lovely kebab, and I'm going to serve it with some lettuce, fresh tomatoes, red onion, and we're going to make a little garlic dip out of some Greek yogurt. We want to make this lamb mince into sort of that kebab texture. So I'm going to use my Ninja blender here. And what we want to do is blend all of that meat up so that it's all nice and sort of stodgy. So we've got our blade there. I'm just going to simply pop that lamb mince in. Like I said, I've used frozen, you could use fresh. I did let mine defrost a tiny bit so I could get it in the food processor. And then I'm going to add some garlic granules, some ground coriander, and then I've got some Italian seasoning here and some cumin. Now, depending on how spicy or flavourful you like yours, you can add more or less. So I'm just going to separate that out a little bit, and then we're going to pop the lid on, and we're just going to whiz and whiz and whiz this until it resembles that sort of like almost pate, crummy consistency. So we just keep going, and you'll see all those bits of mince are breaking up. There we go. Get stuck on the edge a little bit because it's quite stodgy, and that's what we want, is we want that stodge so that when we pack it into the kebab, it all moulds together. So here we have it. Like I said, it looks like a sort of coarse pate. I find using a bit of baking parchment is the best way to roll this up. So we're just going to make a really big sort of sausage. So just use your baking parchment and just get in there and start rolling it and moulding it. And we want to make sort of a big sausage or a big log out of this. There we go. So just get those ends in as well where it's crumbling a bit. Lovely. So here we've got our kebab with all of those spices inside. So I'm going to air fry mine. You could pop it in the oven as well, but the air fryer is a brilliant way to do this. So I've got a jewel here. If you were making this in a single, you could just put it into a smaller sausage or make two sort of kebabs as well. So we're just going to pop that in there. Just make sure that it's nice, right way up. And then I like to just season with some salt and pepper on top. Little bit of spray oil just to get that nice outside cooking, and we're going to pop that in the air fryer for about 30 minutes. Now the important thing is you want that internal temperature to get to at least 75. So whilst that's cooking, we're just going to get our kebab other ingredients ready. I've got these new Ninja knives I was showing you there. They're really good. They're the sharpest knives I've ever had. You have to be really careful with them. So lovely classic red onion to go in our kebab there. Slice that into some little rings. I've got some big tomatoes. Gonna get some lovely juicy slices of those. And then some lovely fresh lettuce. I like to use a round lettuce. And then we're going to make a nice little garlic sort of drizzle for this. So I've got some Greek yogurt there, and I'm adding some garlic granules, some of that Italian seasoning as well. And we're going to give that a really good mix. And the longer that sits, the better it gets. That's simple, just do it in the yogurt pot. Okay, so my kebab is looking good. I like to cover it with a little bit of foil at some point during the cooking. You just need to keep checking it to see when that will be. You want to try and get that foil underneath so it doesn't spray across the air fryer and clog up the top. But it just means that it won't burn on the outside. So let's have a little check on the temperature. And this is a really important thing when cooking something in an air fryer like this, is to use one of these thermometers, because it helps you know that the middle's cooked, because often the middle takes quite a long time. So there I've got it, my kebab. So I've just let it cool down a little bit. I bought these kebab breads in the supermarket. They're brilliant. They're really tasty. You could use pita breads, you could use wraps, but I really like them because they're kind of quite stodgy and they've got that nice sort of kebab feeling to them. So here's my lovely cooked kebab. Look how beautiful brown colour there. And then I'm just going to slice that up. You'll see inside it's got that nice compact meaty goodness. Going to slice that up into some nice slices. Now this is really good if you leave this and then you just air fry it to warm it up, or you even put it in a pan and just brown it off a little bit. So some of that garlic drizzle there. I'm also going to whack some hot sauce in here, because what's a kebab without some hot sauce? Some of those red onion rings, juicy tomato, some of that lovely round lettuce in there as well, a little bit more of that lovely garlicky yogurt dip. And there we have it, this beautiful Fakeaway kebab that you can do at home. So simple, you've got plenty left over to enjoy the next day as well. Means that you can enjoy it in your own home, a little bit more healthier for you as well. And then just to make it look a little bit more authentic, let's roll it up. You could store these in the fridge as well, have them cold next day, or warm them through. Again, my ninja knives are amazingly sharp, go straight through that. There we go, lovely kebab, that lovely yogurty, garlicky sauce, a little bit of salad in there. Perfect for a weeknight treat.